I just wanna ride my bike, yeah. I'm just sick of always watching the news. I just wanna go outside, yeah. Spend a weekend way up top with a view.
Hey, what is up, everybody? You are listening to another episode of The Rim Break, where we press on the brakes on life a little bit and appreciate some of the businesses around us. I am your host, Albert, and I am on my bicycle right now. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been like 3 weeks or something, but yeah, I've been real busy, but I'm jumping back into it. So today we're learning about Grubhub. It's a real interesting company. There's a lot to learn about in this company. So here's how it's going to go down. We're going to talk about the gig economy, just a quick timeline about Grubhub, and the story about Grubhub. So I'm going to make things a little bit more cohesive this episode and just talk. So yeah, Grubhub is part of the gig economy, and we must understand what the gig economy is. And I'll give you some perspective and how Grubhub contributes to it. So the gig economy is essentially lots of temporary work where people are able to engage freely, whether it's globally or locally. Labor is sellable throughout the world. A web developer in, let's say, Finland can do work for a client in the US, or an Uber can work in a close-by city. So the gig economy enhances immigration, so people globally are able to work and sell their services to others around the world, and then take the money that they make and send some of that money back to their home country. Overall, people are better off, but most participants of the gig economy do it as a side hustle, and they have another job that aside of the gig economy job to pay for all their other stuff. The gig economy does not discriminate to skill level. All skill levels are part of the gig economy, from those starting out to those who are skilled consultants. The gig economy allows everyone to play. And just comparing the independent workers to traditional workers, those who participate in the gig economy make around 6% less per year, and they work less hours. But they do make 15% more per hour, and this is great and all, but they do have to pay more, like, it's not all profit, not all take home, it's to pay their social security taxes, some insurances, other stuff that they have to pay. So it kind of all balances out. People who work in the gig economy like it because of the flexibility, or they just can't find a traditional job. And this allows lots of people to get a job rather than just sit around and do nothing. But it's not all perfect. There are some downsides to the gig economy. Instability. So yeah, people just can't get like a consistent flow of work. And this is just a taste of the gig economy, but I'll just run down a few more things about it so we can jump into Grubhub. Yeah, so in the inequality for the gig economy, they take from the rich and bring that to the middle class. Crowded boardwalks are more preferable in the gig economy because there's more people to choose from, and male to female pay is still different because men tend to make more under these services such as Uber, because men tend to drive faster and they're more responsive to work during the like the rush hours, and they want to work more. So when you work more, you learn more and you get better at the job. And businesses that are successful in the gig economy are successful because of competitive advantage, differentiation, or an unusual and hard to imitate capabilities, resources, or position. So that's a quick summary of the gig economy. It's very small right now, but it is growing very quickly. and it's built on efficiency, and it fits many workers' preferences. It's not perfect because it's very volatile. And it's almost like a second-class status in the inequality amongst wages. The gig economy also creates strategic employment opportunities, benefits biased towards small and growing firms. They could hire someone cheaply, temporarily, to just get some work done real quick, rather than hiring an employee for a short amount of time. So now that we understand the gig economy and how a company like Grubhub could contribute to it, now I think we can jump into some of the goodies of Grubhub. Yeah, to reiterate, I'm trying to be more cohesive with these business analysis, but I can't fit all the information, but I don't want to exclude any important details. So yeah, let's go through this timeline / company history. So Grubhub has a very interesting story. It's a long but interesting organic story with lots of pivots along the way. So we have to account 2 different businesses started by 2 different teams. So there's a company called Seamless and a company called Grubhub. Seamless was founded in 1999 by 2 lawyers, Jason Finger and an associate. They were fed up with out-of-date paper menus, and Grubhub, founded in 2004 by 2 web developers, Matt Maloney and Mike Evans, who were looking for an alternative to paper menus. So as you can see here, there are 2 companies that have very similar motives. And yeah, so 2005 comes around, Seamless introduces a complement corporate ordering service. 2006, Grubhub founders win first place at the University of Chicago Edward L. Kaplan Venture Challenge with the business plan for Grubhub. Then lots of series of funding from different ventures and investors from 2007 to 2011. So Seamless is also working in the background for many years, acquiring different menu app businesses, and Grubhub is doing similar actions. In 2012, Seamless introduced the first iPad app. Then Grubhub creates the Order Hub, which is a repurposed Amazon tablet that streamlines the ordering process. So Grubhub and Seamless merge in 2013. It's huge. And then in 2014, they have a IPO for Grubhub and in the New York Stock Exchange with the ticker symbol GRUB. And then some steady growth and a bunch of smaller details leading up to today. I'm going to give just a quick and dirty founder story of Grubhub. Timeline is great and all, but it's not as focused as I would like. So here we go. So Grubhub was founded by 2 web developers, Matt Maloney and Mike Evans. They wanted to connect hungry diners with businesses, and they are the #1 food service currently. They're based out of Chicago, Illinois. They currently work with about 14,000 restaurants and 300 cities as of May of 2017 from one of my resources. And Grubhub acts as like the digital waiters in the space of the gig economy. And the more current numbers from today, Grubhub has some massive growth. They've grown to more than 95,000 takeout restaurants in over 1,700 U.S. cities and in London. That's just some amazing growth in such a short time. Grubhub does have a healthy portfolio of different brands, including Grubhub, Seamless, Level Up, Tap and Go, Eat24, All Menus, and Menu Pages. These are 2 web developers who were really hungry and they just wanted a pizza. And that's the seed to how Grubhub was started. So they wrote their website real quickly, turned it as for a temporary placeholder until things got more serious. And Matt and Mike were not satisfied with current paper menus, so they decided to do something and wanted to be the neighborhood guide and create digital menus for restaurants. With their with their web development background, they were able to tackle the tech side of things quite easily. And Grubhub definitely had a organic start, from hustling from restaurant to restaurant to try to get a sale. The first one was from a local restaurant called Charming Walk. It wasn't really what they wanted, but a first sale is a first sale. Grubhub was asking for $100 a month for their service, and what they walked away with was $140 for 6 months of work, or a 6-month subscription. What they learned from this was to ask money and to enter through the back of the restaurant, because it just shows that you're super bold. And I agree with this statement. People are just waiting to spend their money, and to find an alternative route can help you to where you need to go. And you can get their attention by and get noticed by the people of importance. So no good on them. But what I really got from this transaction was that restaurants wanted coupons and to lure in these all of the potential customers. And everything that Grubhub did was to benefit the restaurant. More business for the restaurant equals more profit for Grubhub, which equals more happy customers and diners. This is just like a plain entrepreneur story from Mental Fortitude. These players have been in the game since 2004, and I've only heard about Grubhub pretty recently, last couple of years. Yeah, it takes a while, and it eventually may work out. Scaling up is an important factor for a business like this. This comes to how service is key for like Grubhub and all businesses in the gig economy. Grubhub was the waiter in takeout, and they performed a very high level of customer service. As I briefly mentioned earlier, the Order Hub was a tablet by Grubhub to help restaurants receive orders. Originally, all restaurants used the fax machine to do all of their communications. Grubhub kept asking questions like, how can we make this better for you? And the Order Hub made more orders more seamless and solved some of these core issues. The restaurants wanted more orders, and this helped the restaurants receive more of these orders. So the Order Hub product was a really great way to get for Grubhub to tailor their customer fit. And some other things that I wanted to mention was some classic entrepreneurial problems that every entrepreneur deals with. The idea in your mind is like really clear, but nobody else gets it, and that's where simplification comes into play. Just use easy words, simple language for others to understand, and to just truly understand what is inside of your head. And where you plant that seed is an important place too. Grubhub started in Chicago, a pretty diverse place, which makes it likely to scale up and work in other places, because what might work in Silicon Valley might not work in Middle America. So good service is key in this case. They take care of their diners, provide value for the restaurants, and get those reoccurring customers. So yeah, let's jump into some cool advertising. Yeah, Grubhub just has a really cool, really organic story that I like. And now we can jump into the advertisement. So I see a lot of their advertising on YouTube. Their advertising is super simple. It's just like a delivery person delivering food to a hungry customer with like a little catchy elevator music tune. They're lighthearted. The delivery person is also caught in some funny scenarios. Yeah, I believe their customer personas are teenagers to young adults who decide to stay in and want to watch their programs without the hassle of going out their house. With the rising popularity of streaming services, people want convenience. They also want it now.